Hey YouTubers, Muskrat Jim here, and today I'm going to make a survival torch, so don't go away. This video is in response to Lilly at A Lone Wolverine 1984. She's celebrating 10,000 subscribers. 10,000 subscribers! Anyway, she's holding a contest and she wants her subscribers to create a video that shows how they make a survival torch. She wants them to explain how it's built, to light it, and then to tell her how long it actually burnt. So Lilly, congratulations on reaching 10,000 subscribers. That's quite an accomplishment. Anyway, I hope you like my video. My survival torch will consist of the following. 1. Harvest and dry a piece of tinder fungus. 2. Make some birch bark oil to soak the tinder fungus in. And 3. To build a 4-pronged survival spear that will hold the fungus. Last February, I found my first piece of chaga, the true tinder fungus. And I harvested it, brought it home, made some tea out of it, and I still have a piece of it left in my basement, and it's thoroughly dried out. So that's the piece that I'm going to be using. The next step is to make the birch bark oil. What you'll need is an empty paint can with a hole punched in the bottom of it with a nail, and you have to punch the hole from the inside so that it splits and acts as a funnel so that the collected oil will then drip out that hole. And the other thing you need is a large soup can to be placed underneath the paint bucket to catch the oil as it drips out. Once your paint bucket is ready, you have to stuff it with as much birch bark as you can fit in. Just cram it all in there, push it in, and then hammer the lid on shut. Then in your fire area, you dig a hole deep enough, well, almost a foot deep, so then you can put the soup can in the middle and then backfill the dirt around the soup can pretty close to the top. And then you take the paint can that's full of birch bark and you put that on top of the soup can, making sure that the hole in the bottom lines up with the opening in the soup can. And then you pack more dirt around that to about a quarter of the way up, just to keep it from moving. The next thing you do is you set a fire around the paint bucket and you light that up and you let that burn for about 2 hours. After 2 hours, you can clear away all the embers and everything and dig around the paint bucket and pull that out carefully, trying not to get any dirt and ash to fall into the can below. Now the can below, as you can see, has collected the birch bark oil. Since my part of Canada has a ban on open fires during the summer, I can't actually produce birch bark oil in the summer. I might be able to produce it in the winter, but this is getting on to summer now, and I'm not allowed to have open fires in the woods. So, next best thing is I'm going to use vegetable oil to soak the fungus in. Now if you want to see the video where these clips were taken from, go to Joe and Zach Survival. They've got a great channel there, lots of videos, a couple of guys, and they do a lot of stuff. So I want to thank them personally for the use of those clips. Now for a chunk of fungus this size, I'll let it soak in about a quarter cup of vegetable oil at least 24 hours. I want to try to get the oil to soak into the fungus. So while we let that soak overnight, let's start making the spear. We're going to need a green stick, about 2 centimeters thick. That could be about an inch thick, and a little over a meter long, or somewhere around shoulder height or something like that. Carefully cut one end lengthwise, about 20 to 30 centimeters, which would be 8 to 12 inches. Rotate the stick 90 degrees and make another cut of the same length. Securely lash the stick for the last few centimeters so that the stick won't split any further. Wedge 2 short twigs about pencil thickness between the 4 prongs so they cross in the middle. Securely lash these into place so they don't slip. Using a sharp knife, carefully carve inward-facing barbs on each of the prongs. Now the survival spear is ready to be used. Now if this survival spear was really going to be used as a spear, I could fire harden these points in the barbs. See, there's little barbs on the inside, and that'll hold the fungus in place, so we'll put the fungus down inside there. So don't go away, you're not going to want to miss the grand finale. Hey YouTubers, Muskrat Jim here on day 2. And this fungus has been soaking in this oil overnight. So now we're just going to put it in the torch. There, so now we pushed it down to where those notches were. And it's good and sturdy. It's not going anywhere. So now that all there's left to do is to try to light it. I'm thinking soaking it in alcohol would have been a better idea than soaking it in vegetable oil. I've never tried to burn chaga before, and I think that's pretty obvious. Well, that doesn't seem to want to work. I'm quite disappointed. I thought the design was cool, you know, with the four-pronged spear and all. Yeah, I think I should have soaked it in alcohol. Well, chalk one up for experience. Hey, I've got an idea. Sometimes you just need more power. Well, all it's doing is smoldering. That oil was a bad idea, or maybe the tinder fungus was a bad idea. That thing does not want to burn. Well, it's a good thing we've invented flashlights. That's all I can say. Anyway, Lily, congratulations again on reaching 10,000 subscribers. That's an incredible feat. Anyway, I'm sure you'll reach another 10,000 within another year or two. But anyway, this is Muskrat Jim, wishing you all the best. Signing out.